Hello everybody, Nikki White here, and today we are on part 3 of the Solo in Seoul series. Part 1 and 2 are already out if you want to go watch those. Good morning, it is day 4 in Seoul, and I woke up at 5 a.m. because my schedule is totally off, and one of the only things that I think is open right now is that Dongdaemun Market that I went to the other day or the other night. I've seen conflicting reports if it's a daytime or a nighttime thing, but I think it's one of the only things that's open right now, so I'm gonna head there to kill some time, and then I will be going to the Insadong area. This market has a mixture of indoor and outdoor, but it is mostly outdoors, and then you can venture inside, and I feel like you really have to be in the mood to be shopping because it's just like so much stuff in your face. So you really got to be ready to kind of pick through or like have something in mind. I needed sunglasses, which actually was pretty hard to find, and I guess it's because it was off season. Once I was done at this market and it was a bit later in the morning, I decided I was going to go walk over to the Insadong area. And something you should know about Korea when you're traveling there as a tourist is that we use Google Maps, but they use something called Naver and Naver Maps. So Google Maps doesn't work there to route a walking path, so you can't actually see the best way to walk somewhere or how long it takes. So in my case, Insadong didn't look too far from Myeongdong, so I did walk there, and the walk itself wasn't too bad. The problem was just that it was so cold. And as you can probably see in this footage, not much looks like it's open because I was there so early since I had been up at 5. It's maybe just before 10:30 a.m. while I'm walking around here. The Insadong area has a lot of touristy shops as well as art galleries and lots of kind of like traditional tea houses and cafes. This time I went to the Hanok Insadong village. It was actually my first time coming here. I didn't know that this was just off the kind of beaten path. If the weather was nicer, this would be such a fun, cute, cozy place to come and just walk around and explore, eat outside. But I mean, still visually, it's very interesting. It's just kind of like winding alleyways where you can just see a mix of traditional shops, some souvenir shops, jewelry shops, as well as so many cute cafes, tea houses. And I did have one on my list that I wanted to try to get to, but the lineup was like immense. So I ended up going to a different place instead that had a less immense lineup, but still had one. I feel like this would be a very nice place to come with somebody, maybe on a date or just be there with like a friend. Unfortunately, I was there on my own. But like, look how cute all this stuff is. So I ended up settling on Soha Salt Pond, and out front you can see the salt bath area and even a little salt mill. And I don't know if this is just for show or if it is actually functioning. Their claim to fame was like these salted breads, and you can see all the different kinds here. That black one does look interesting, but I ended up getting that one, the one with the cream cheese and the chives, as well as the classic Soha salted bread. I figured since I waited in line, I may as well try both. And I waited in line even just to do the takeout. It was an even longer line to sit down. So keep that in mind that a lot of these cafes are quite popular and you're probably gonna have to wait. So it was actually so cold and I was not ready for it that I wanted to head back to Myeongdong to the hotel to like bundle up more. So I was kind of debating between taking a bus or walking back, and I kind of missed all the buses, so I ended up walking back anyway. And on the way back, I stopped by the big kind of department store that's in Myeongdong that was closed on my way there since it was too early before. They kind of have like big box names, stuff like that. Very kind of polished mall. And then I decided to treat myself to a Korean spa experience, even though I had just had my face treatment the day before. So I just made sure that they weren't gonna touch my face, and was praying that putting my face down in a massage chair wasn't gonna mess it up. But it all went fine. I don't really have footage. Basically, I changed into the spa gown. Put your stuff away, and then you take your little keys with you. And I had a little foot bath as well as a massage, and I feel like in Asia they like really get in there on your back. So as soon as the girl like got up onto the table onto my back, I was like, oh Lord, here we go. Then I was off to dinner, which was also in Myeongdong, and I was getting some gobyung samdaektang. I cannot pronounce things in Korean. And I'll pop up the address and name here so you guys can do your own research and not go off my terrible pronunciation. I just finished with my Korean spa experience, which is like a massage where she was getting really deep tissue and like in there. So I'm feeling a little bit looser and more broken up back there. She was like, what do you do for a living? You need a sports massage, like so bad back here. And I'm like, graphic designer, not a professional athlete. Anyways, I decided to come get some hot chicken soup with ginseng in it. It's really cold out today, so I think this will hit the spot. And this place was recommended somewhere online I saw, and the best way I can give directions to this is look for the Metro Hotel, and it's in the building directly across from it. If you look over, you can see the windows, and then you go in through, there's an atrium, and you go up the escalator. So it took me a hot minute to find it, but that's the entrance. This meal comes with Insamju, I think, and it's like a ginseng liquor, and it's strong. Then it was off to the Dongdaemun Night Market. We started off at Design Plaza, and it's just a quick walk over to the night market from there. And it's not so much one singular market, it's more so a bunch of different complexes that make up this area. And as the night market implies, a lot of these wholesale kind of areas really do open at night. So since I was here a bit earlier, I started off at Duda Mall, which is kind of a classic commercial retail mall. I did end up getting like one thing here, but nothing too special or interesting at this specific mall. I find that any of these kind of generic malls generally have the same stuff. Then there was Miglior. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it is more so a wholesale vibe, but it's not a wholesale place. So you can see there's lots of different stuff, just kind of like wall-to-wall shops. each floor is dedicated to different things. So if you're looking for women's clothing, men's clothing, shoes, accessories, it's all laid out very conveniently. I personally like this one better over the kind of commercial sterile mall. Lots of more interesting things to look at. You can also haggle to get better prices.
It is quite literally freezing outside. I'm at the Dongdaemun Night Market, and it is night, but everything opens really late, so I've been killing time so far. I'm gonna go into Daiso, and then I'm right next to the shoe part of the market. The shoe part, for reference, is right next to the Daiso, so use the Daiso as your kind of measuring into the market.
I wanted to check out some stationery and toy shops that were also in this area, but it looks like they actually closed earlier, so I feel like I couldn't win. Some stuff wasn't open yet, and then some stuff had closed, so I headed back to Myeongdong to go do a little more walking around. And I've finally, 5 years on, I've been thinking about these Oreo churros. I finally got one, everybody. And I'd say my verdict is it was good, expensive for what it was, and it definitely did not need the icing sauce that you put on top of it. So I had a little hit of that, and then I just had it naked. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. This was part 3. Part 4 dropping soon. Okay, see you, bye!